You don't have to drive yourself crazy just because the world is crazy. You can live in your own little bubble. Why not? Why not? Oh, you need to stay up to date on what's going on. Why? Once I realize I'm just a little pawn in their game, I have no head in that game, but all the stake. You know what I mean? As in my livelihood. But I have no say. Voting, schmoting, you know? You see how, like, what that got us to? The votes. So, you don't need to live in a constant state of worry, a constant state of depression, a constant state of anxiety because of what's going on in the world. You don't have to. And I know it feels impossible to get from under because that's how it felt for me. But I'm telling you, you don't have to. There's aid, there's help. Yes, I saw a therapist. Yes, I was on medication, but I was also working on myself, working on restoring peace in my own body. And how I did that was eliminating that depressing content. Anything that brought my mood down, out of here. I live outside of New Orleans, and the murders per year would just make me so anxious, so scared just to live a life out there. I have no clue. I have no clue so far to date how many out here. Because that's not none of my business. If it affects me or my loved ones, then it's my business. But other than that, I don't need a tally. I don't need a daily tally running in my head. That was something that was keeping me down. So I identified those things like that, and it feels like it's harmless. But another thing that kept me down was like movies like, and I made a whole video about this, Final Destination. Excuse me, Spirit of Fear, Deep Within. I had to take a crowbar and get that one out. I had to and I warn people against going to watch that new one, but I digress. You don't have to live in a state of turmoil within because the world is in a state of turmoil. As long as you are getting ready, just preparing yourself for a different version of life outside of how it is now, whatever that difference is, thinking about a difference that will make a huge impact on your day-to-day, on your actual life. Whatever that difference is, if you prepare for that, it's nice and easy, over time, be thinking about it, strategizing, coming up with different little ins and outs, building community. Building community. You don't want to be by yourself. Now is a great time to build community. Reconnect with people again, because it's very strategically done that AI and smartphones and all the distractions online will actually have us feeling the loneliest that we've ever felt. We're so connected, yet the loneliest people we've ever been. Why? Because we don't hang outside anymore. Find a community. Let's start doing that again. Let's get back in the neighborhoods and just building community with family, with the family that you have the power to create. You don't want to be by yourself. If stuff goes crazy, goes crazy because I swear every day, every other day, I see bits and pieces of highlights, and I be like, oh, is that a news? Oh, I know. Let me turn this off. I do a voiceover every now and then. I get some good voiceovers out of that, but I can't sit there and consume it. And so you really shouldn't either. All right. Thank you for joining my TED Talk.